what that is. No, URL app battles is not what that is, homie. And I got to tell it like it is. Check this out. URL. They want you to pay that money every month, but it ain't even worth it. I keep saying it. It's not worth it. And now I'm about to get into these battles. I'm finna get into these battles. And we're gonna talk about it. Nobody else is talking about them. First off, let me start off with Snake Eyes versus Coffee Brown. Snake Eyes versus Coffee Brown. Ain't nobody talking about this. I heard that Coffee caught a body. Coffee 3-0. That's the stuff I was hearing. But nobody talks about how Snake Eyes rapped better than Coffee Brown in this battle. Yeah. Snake Eyes can rap, man. And he a little bit more experienced than Coffee Brown. You can just hear it. He more fluent, the flowing, the cadence, the switching up the styles. Snake Eyes definitely got something. And this battle, yeah, Coffee Brown, she won. She had the longer rounds, and she had the crowd. Snake Eyes was fighting the crowd on the other end, and he was letting stuff get to him. And it's easy to call Coffee Brown the winner of this battle because of stuff like Coffee had the crowd, Snake Eyes fighting the crowd, little things like that. But let's not take away from the rapping. Snake Eyes was rapping. And don't get me wrong, Coffee did win. But in my opinion, I feel like Snake Eyes rapping was better. It's just that Coffee Brown had the longer rounds. Like I say, the crowd was on our side. They making everything hit more. Snake Eyes could be saying some stuff, some bars, and really no reaction to it. Not that it makes a difference if you're really listening to what they saying. The crowd, the person behind them, that ain't gonna really sway your opinion if you really listen to what they saying. But nevertheless, good battle. I enjoyed it. It was okay. Let me just say that. It's okay. But I see why nobody's talking about it, because when the match is over, it's over. It don't really have no value once it's over. It ain't one of them. And that it's so they saying so much that sometimes you may have to go back to it 2 or 3 times. Or, you may forget and have to come back to it a little later when it come to intricate rapping. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to do that. But this battle here, it ain't too much they were saying that, super pen wise. There was a bar from Snake Eyes, that Beetlejuice bar. That something I messed with your girl, code word Beetlejuice, little head on the couch. That was fire. That was fire. I like that. But yeah, nothing I heard from Coffee Brown's side was even close to that. That little bar right there was hitting for me. That Beetlejuice, it was stuff like that. The reason why I say Snake Eyes, he got it on the bars. You know what I mean? Um, you got the snake flips. You got the eye flips. That was cool. But it's a good little old battle, man. Moving on. Let's get into some more battles off this app. Um, JC versus Klutz. Now, Klutz. I've been hearing little things about this guy, but it's all part of the URL bricks, if you will. If RBE got they bricks and they new people who they trying to bring forward to the forefront, the URLs got theirs too. And this Klutz guy, he cool, you know. This battle was a little step up from his last one. He had JC. Now round one, there was a lot of gas. I ain't gonna lie, round one was gas from the boy Klutz. JC went first. Well, let's get into this round one. All right, we got JC he went first. He had the back end line bar. The Hyro ancient Egyptians back end line fire. Then he had the not want to miss. Next thing you know, almost every bar that JC had was dropping a name. And I ain't gonna lie, some of them bars they be hitting. Because that's really how I remember a bar. I remember that name, write down that name, and you know, that helps me remember the bar that they had. You know what I'm saying? After hearing so many bars, that's how I keep up. So we had the Amy Schumer bar. That was cool. The Noah name from the Ark. The Poison Us. That was fire. The Poison Us, Jim Jones, fire. I don't know if you don't know who Jim Jones is. Look up that crazy son of a gun in his church that he had. Anyway, moving on. You got Carlos Boozer. That was a cool bar. Lil Uzi Vert, Tory Lanez. All of them some cool bars. Real solid first round from JC. Yeah, real solid first round from JC that first. Now we got Klutz. Now we finna get to the pure petroleum gas. I'm talking about Klutz. As soon as he start rapping, gas. Good thing nobody lit a lighter in the room. The whole place would have blew up. You know what I'm saying? That's my first take that I got from Klutz. Like, man, this dude gassed. But hey, they want to see the dude do well. I get it. Klutz had that hide or die, that left-handed bar, the bitch scheme. I mean the beach scheme with the beach and the sand and all the stuff he was saying. It was cool, but man, they was eating it up. I'm talking about dude got like, you know, when a person's starting a scheme, he got maybe 3 words into the scheme and the whole crowd going crazy. He got to calm him down like he just said a haymaker. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, oh yeah, they gas. It ain't going. I get it. Y'all want him to do well against a JC, but don't try to gas him through this battle. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's gonna look, it's gonna look like y'all want the kid to win. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pushing it on us. You can't do that. I see that stuff. I don't know about y'all, but the shot selection. I heard that bar from JC opponents a lot about the form perfect. But he said, forget about the form perfect if it's your slot selection. That was a cool bar. The fixture grammar, the MJ.69, MJ.69, that was cool. And the didn't make it, the Cassidy, I got JC 1-0. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the first round. Some people probably have Klutz. If you listen to the crowd and how crazy the crowd was going after Klutz every bar. But a lot of stuff he was saying, I didn't even get what dude was saying. Put in the comments if you get what he was like. Some of that stuff he was saying, bro, it wasn't hitting. Like, for me, it wasn't hitting. It wasn't making no sense. But I get it, If it was rocking to you and the shit was fire, then cool. Round 2. JC, he had the Charles BMF line. That was cool. Everybody know about, I ain't even seen BMF, but I know Charles is the daddy. You know what I'm saying? I know by the memes that I see on the internet, and I could put 2 and 2 together. Also, I could see the old boy doing his thing, whoever the dude is to play the dad, because I see him on memes everywhere. I see him in people's statuses. Everybody be talking about the dude. And I think this is one of his like best acting roles he done had because they showing other movies that he done been in, and he didn't get no light shone on him for the other roles he done played. But this BMF role done really, made a name for him. So I knew what that bar was, even though without watching the show. Now, moving on, the Tombstone bar. That was cool. That was a cool bar by JC also in that second. Next thing you know, JC starts snapping. This second round, I'm talking about JC really starts snapping. And I'm saying to myself, God damn, JC going off. You know what I'm saying? Every line, the Tombstone, the eighth he is. Say, when he said the eighth he is, oh boy, say, I damn near dropped my phone. You know what I'm saying? From reaction. The eighth he is. If he don't know about the 7 shots, by the eighth he is. Like, say, this was a fire bar, man. After that, he backdoored that with the House on Me, the ICU for Real, the RoboCop, the Titanic Rose, and Jack. Like, man, say, dude went crazy that second round. I ain't gonna lie to you, JC. By this point, I'm like, man, what Klutz gonna do to keep up with this? So Klutz comes second round. He had the bowling. It's kind of like a bowling scheme. Then he had the share a meal with Jay. Everybody know the do you want 500,000 or share a meal with Jay? You know what I'm saying? He had a bar about that. Coughing polish, write my rounds twice. Then he had the bar about the Hitler and OJ. And also this second round, he had some bars that they didn't really hit that hard for me either. But for some reason, the crowd and the people standing behind him was acting like it was like the most incredible shit they ever heard. You know what I'm saying? I get it, This the new talent y'all want, It's the new talent, so, I get it. But like I say, it didn't hit harder than JC. I'm just going to keep it real. I see a lot of people in the room that wanted Klutz to beat JC that night. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to throw it out there. But I didn't see it. After this, I got JC 2-0. I don't know. Let me know what y'all had in the comments after these 2 rounds. But at this point, I got JC 2-0, man. We go into the third. JC had the Madden, the toe tags. Oh, my goodness. The 8 bars. It was like a 10-bar setup with the toe tags. Oh, man, bro. This was so fire. And it was so fire to where when he said it back, the whole crowd saying it with him, and it's every line. I'm talking about every line hitting. JC went off, man. This third round, he had like the driver's ed. By the time he got to the Cam and Mace, no, he said Cam and Murder. It is what it is. I was like, God damn, that didn't even get no reaction. But all the other ones did. By the time he got to the Cam and Murder, it is what it is. I was like, oh, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? That's my new show that I'll be watching too. And it's like one of the first person I see throwing it out there. Fire. JC was snapping, man. Like I said, it was a lot of people that wanted Klutz to do well this match. And they probably was pushing him more than needed. But, I get it. But a fire battle, man. It's okay. To tell you the truth, I think the shit should be on YouTube. I don't think you should be holding these battles hostage because people even forget they happen. A lot of these app battles, you watch it one time, you ain't got no interest on watching it again. I got JC 3-0. I don't know what round I would give Klutz, if I would give Klutz a round, in my opinion. But to each his own. JC was really snapping that third round. He ended it with the Hillary bar, snapping with the Fresh Prince Hillary. The Klutz third round. All right, now Klutz third round. This gets kind of wild, man. First off, Klutz, he lets you know where he got his name from. He lets you go, he goes a little bit deeper into his story. Now I don't know where this guy's from, but he started off the round real light. I thought this was real light when he came with the angle about you are JC. Now he got a little gas with that. He tell him you are JC. Maybe you are JC. But if you are JC, it's some questions I want to ask you. I want to talk to you, JC. You're the person I've been looking for. So then I'm like, what? What is he talking? Next thing you know, he started blaming JC for all the wrong in his life. Like all the bad in his, like he started acting like JC is really JC. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this angle didn't really hit to me. But like I say, the boy Klutz could do no wrong in this battle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want him to do well. So for some people, what I'm trying to say is this angle wouldn't have hit. And it probably would have been crickets. But they gave him some, you know what I'm saying? They showed him some love. They gave him reaction. To me, I would have been quiet. I would have been looking around like this straight would have been, you would have seen that little, like in the desert, when you see that little ball rolling, that would have rolled by when he said that. Cause I wouldn't have had no reaction to it. Like that didn't really mean nothing to me. So, all right, now he starts getting deep. This third round, this guy starts talking about how he was with a white girl and he had a baby by this white girl, and y'all be dissing the white girl, but the white girl got into a car wreck, and she was also pregnant with my son. And brother, I ain't gonna lie, bro, if this ain't real, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If this ever comes back in a battle later on that this ain't real and you don't have no kids, bro, you out of there. I ain't gonna lie to you, out of there to me. Like we not finna play the sympathy role to to gain fans. You know what I'm saying? So with a sad story like this, bro, because it sounded a lot like Oops. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say you a carbon copy of battle rappers, like a copy and paste. You know what I'm saying? Create a battler. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying no shit like that. You just a fan of battle rap, and I can tell. And I remember before I watched this battle, I was hearing this the new Lux. Bro, if y'all don't stop that, can y'all please stop that? Stop comparing a new person who just started to somebody who's a freaking veteran in this shit. Stop that mess. Stop. Don't do that. Please stop that. I don't see how y'all would compare this dude to a Lux, man. But that was the first thing I heard. Is, oh, now have you heard they compared this Klutz guy to a Lux? Man, if y'all don't stop that foolishness. Now, he had the Kid Slade. He said, I blame you, JC. He starts talking about Kid Slade, Plug Talk, the grain of salt. You know, one of them where you don't finish the sentence, but you know what he was about to say. That ended with grain of salt, crowd going crazy. JC outwrote this boy. I'm gonna be real. JC outwrote him. Like, don't get me wrong, Klutz pen is cool. And if he was going against somebody else, I'd probably clearly say he won. But this was against a JC who, you know, the writing, the setups, the 10-bar setups is too much compared to his 10-bar setup. You know what I'm saying? An 8-bar setup from Klutz is different from an 8-bar setup from a JC. And I go into every battle with them even. Like, I don't come in with a biasness of, oh, this is a new person going against a JC. I see them both as two people within the same boat with the same face, two rappers. Let me see who the nicest. I don't hold one over the other. You know what I'm saying? And doing that, JC clearly won this. Like, to me, JC won the battle. You know what I mean? The writing was better. Instead of a bunch of hollering and hooting behind him as support, more of the bars is what got JC the reaction that he got. When Klutz was more of a I'm giving you a reaction just off the strength. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be nothing crazy he said of getting the reaction that he got, of more just a support from the people behind him, little people in the crowd, but most of that reaction was coming from people behind him. Now, let's keep it moving. Another battle that I watched off the app we're going to talk about next is, I don't know if y'all seen this battle. Saflair Soul versus Rum Nitty. We're going to talk about that one. Rum Nitty versus Saflair Soul. Saflair Soul went first. It was fire. But it wasn't enough. I ain't gonna lie, at the end of that round, I'm thinking, man, this is one of your dream battles. I'm sure this is a person who you wanted to go against. Somebody who that's it. That's all you got for round one. So he had the hardball line, the palm fire, the Kimbo Slice line, the Charleston White, Earn My Respect. Angela Bassett, Extra Strong, the special. Hold on. Let me back it up. Round one, Rum Nitty got clear, right? Let me get into the second. All right, he came with the hard ball, then the palm fire, the Kimbo Slice, Charleston White, the Earn My Respect. All right. Now, Rum Nitty, matter of fact, that's Rum Nitty. Oh boy came with the, excuse me, y'all. Angela Bassett was from, this is the LaFleur Soul round. He had the Angela Bassett, strong arm, special forces, the easy to block captain, domestic case, every bar. I'm talking about line after line after line. He going in. Now LaFleur Soul is warming up. You know what I'm saying? Now he owned one. He even looking at Smack like, you know, I told you I'm gonna get him. Shout out to LaFleur Soul for not drowning. You know what I'm saying? He in them deep waters, but he holding his own. He not drowning. You know what I'm saying? In round two was more of a round like, man, if you don't want to die, you better fight back. And that's exactly what he did. So round two, I don't know who you had this round, but I could tell you one thing, Saflair Soul fought back. Now, Rum Nitty come with the Uma Thurman rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? Fire too. Yeah, Rum Nitty come rebuttaling. Then he had the Oregon Trail, the Shark Tank. It was a cool round. It was a cool round. You know what I'm saying? This was kind of like a debatable round because the Saflair Soul was snapping. Now, moving on to the next one, the X-Files, the Aquaman, the Hank Hill. It was cool, but not like that second round. You know what I'm saying? I got to give Rum Nitty this 2-1 because Saflair Soul had one round where he clearly, you could say, okay, well, I clearly had him on this. All the other rounds, I can't really say that. You know what I'm saying? To beat a champion, you got to beat the champion. And to tell you the truth, I didn't see too much to where I could say, okay, Saflair Soul, he clearly beat Rum Nitty on this. You know what I mean? So call it what you will. Technicality, he ain't do too much. So that way, let's say Rum Nitty still keeps his championship because he ain't do enough to take it. You see what I'm saying? But this was a good match. It was cool. But to tell you the truth, the shit should be on YouTube because this match ain't just extraordinary to where you just gotta hide this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And make motherfucker pay for it. Just to be honest with you, URL act like they broke and they just got to do something to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Uh, which is a damper on battle rap. I'm gonna keep it real. But moving on, Swamp versus Stumbles. This right here was a straight up body bag. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody talk about this either. Stumbles. Bro, Stumbles was trying to freestyle. Stumbles clearly didn't come to this battle with 3 rounds of written material. I think he had maybe one half of a round. You know what I'm saying? And the rest, I don't know what the hell this nigga was thinking of. I don't know if he just partied hard the night before, had a brain, uh, big brain fart to where he just couldn't remember nothing, or I don't know if he intentionally just threw this battle off with his sorry ass freestyles instead of writtens. I don't know what happened to Swamp that'll make him damn near throw the towel in this match. This was I don't give a fuck. I'm coming to get my second half, and I don't care. I'm just gonna be real with you. Swamp, he came in and did his thing, and salute to Swamp for making this battle what it is. Because if both of these gentlemen came piss poor like Stumbles did, this match wouldn't be worth the fuck. And I tell you that. Stumbles, do you want to get booked again? Do you want to stay on the so-called world's most respected? Because them niggas ain't gonna keep fighting for you if you show up to battles this piss poor like that. I ain't gonna lie, this was sorry, bro. This was sorry. If I'm a co-worker of yours, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at you like, work with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, can I be real? This performance here is kind of like an embarrassment to URL. You want niggas to pay $8 for this UR rap when you got people coming showing up to battles like this? I'm just gonna keep it real. You really expect me to pay $8 a month when you got battlers showing up to battles like this? I'm talking about half of a round. Just I don't care attitude. You got Swamp, the way he go into his round, how he talked about how what y'all don't get about me wanting bigger plates, you know, and just went from there and was rapping. And what I got from Swamp is get me some bigger plates, and I'm gonna see how I'm doing this dude y'all got in front of me. Get me somebody bigger, and I'm gonna do them the same way. Swamp is gonna get a bigger plate, just how he did Stumbles. Swamp did Stumbles kind of dirty. I ain't gonna lie, ain't nobody talking about it. But Swamp did his thing, man. He had the crowd from beginning to end. Also, you got to watch a person like Stumbles, man. Stumbles, you started getting mad because Swamp was cooking you. You got to stop that, bro. You was getting cooked. I think it was second round. He clearly won the first round already. Second round, Swamp getting on your ass some more. And you start getting mad. And you try to make it go a different direction. And I forgot what he said. I think he was saying something about your baby mama or something like that. But it was a bar. It wasn't nothing just super disrespectful. He wasn't violating you. And you like, watch your mouth. You know what I mean? If Swamp would say something back to you, you could have easily turned up. And then now it's a different kind of energy in the room for this battle when it shouldn't even happen anyway. All this came because you was getting cooked and you was getting mad. You remind me of my little nephew when we playing Madden and you start getting cooked, you start losing by a few touchdowns, the whole demeanor change up. Whole back posture, move back. You start getting mean looks on your face. Then you start coming up with all kind of excuses on something wrong with your controller, something wrong with this. Oh, you gotta, just a bunch of excuses. Bro, that was a piss poor performance. I don't see how you would even, what was you thinking in the weeks leading up to this when you was writing this? Like, what was you thinking at all? Like, what was you doing? It seemed to me like you was just really busy leading up to this battle, and you couldn't come up with no material. And I'm gonna say it again. How in the world is URL supposed to be the most respected when you had people showing up to battles like that? Evidently, he can't respect y'all too much to even be unprofessional to even show up for a battle like that. That's crazy. Stumbles, you got to get your shit together, baby. What is you doing? Find that. Man, what is you doing? Hold on. Stumbles. I tell you what, you was doing good. Don't get to being that liability like you was, man. I got some more battle rap talk. I want to talk about some more battles. It's coming up. I'm finna go on and end this one. Got too much going on. Phone ringing, knocks on the door. But I'll get back to it. Let me get my footage together. Let me get my battles, watch some more battles. And I'll come right back to you on it. We holler at y'all later, man. If I tell you a duck and pull a truck, hook 'em up. It's your boy Eddie Steady 214. Holler at y'all later, man.